Hey guys, it's Caroline, and today I just wanted to film a very chill Q&A about life here in Italy, moving to Italy, and just myself in general, whatever questions you guys have about me. So I told you guys on Instagram that I was doing a Q&A and you sent me your questions. So I got a lot of questions, so I'm just gonna open those and get into the video. Okay, first question. What advice do you have for a young person in their 20s when moving to Italy? So I moved to Italy when I was 19, and I guess for me the number one tip would just be to connect with someone somehow in Italy before you move here, because having a few connections here, especially in the city you're living in or moving to, makes such a difference to help you sort of adjust at the beginning. And there are groups on Facebook like expats in Italy, Americans living in Italy, that you can join and connect with people there. Even if you just have a coffee with them once in a while, it's just nice to feel like you have someone at the beginning before you really establish connections, because it can feel very lonely moving to a foreign country, not knowing anybody and just kind of throwing yourself into it. So yeah, that would be my advice. Just try to connect with someone or a few people before moving here. Next question. How to pick a city or region to live in? What are factors to consider? There are a lot of factors to consider, and it actually would be helpful to join one of those groups I was talking about before, because you can go on there and just say, hey guys, I'm looking for this kind of city with this vibe and these kind of jobs. What would you guys recommend? And people live all over Italy in those groups, so they can definitely tell you what it's really like based on their personal experience. So I think that's a really good starting point, just talking to actual people living in Italy. If you're not American, I just said that because I'm American, so I belong to that group, but there are like Canadians living in Italy, Australians living in Italy. I don't know, whatever country you're from, they probably have a Facebook group for those people that come here to live in Italy, because that's just a great way to have a community online of people. And I have a lot of friends from different countries who are in similar groups, so I definitely would recommend that. Yeah, I guess for me personally, I would recommend a mid-sized city, because in a big city like Florence, I felt very anonymous, like too anonymous. People didn't know I was from there unless I went to the same place every single day. What's the population of La Spezia? La Spezia, Italy. Our population is 93,678, so that's what I consider mid-size. How many people are in Florence? Florence, Italy. Florence has 382,258. So mine's like close to 100,000. Florence is close to 400,000. And La Spezia to me feels really good because there are a lot of people, a lot of restaurants and things to do and places to go. It's very accessible to other cities. It's very accessible by train. That's another thing I would look at. In the south, I know it's a lot harder to get around by train, and I don't have a car here, and a lot of people who move to Italy don't have cars, and a lot of Italians don't have cars. They just get around by train or by scooter, but I find it really convenient not to have a car or a scooter and just take the train everywhere or walk. This is a very walkable city. That's another thing to look for. If the city's walkable, I prefer to be in a city where I can walk everywhere. Everything is within like 5 to 15 minutes from me. I would say check if it's on the sea or if it's just a landlocked city, depending on what you're looking for. Check if there's a beach, if you really want a beach. My city doesn't have a beach, but I have a beach 10 minutes from me, so I'm not worried about that. I live on a harbor though, and so I get to see the sea every day, but I just don't get to swim in it every day like I used to in the village I lived in before. But for me, that's a perfect compromise, because I'd rather have a bigger city. If you're really into nature and hiking and things like that, that's another thing to consider. So yeah, just make a list of what's important to you, and also if you have the opportunity to travel in Italy, I always tell people travel to every city you'd see yourself living in and decide after that. I would never just blindly tell someone to move to a city without first experiencing it personally. So I would say those are all important things to consider when choosing a city in Italy. Advice on learning Italian. I have a video on this. It's called 10 Tips to Learn Italian Fast. So I tell you 10 ways to learn Italian and what I personally did to really dive into the language and become fluent. So check that video out. I would go into it more here, but I don't want to spend a whole 10 minutes talking about that because I already have a video on it. So check that out. I'll link it below. It's very helpful. A lot of people really like it. All right, next question. How is the situation in Italy right now and how do you feel about it? You know, I used to talk more about this on my channel, and as some of you might have noticed, I deleted all of those videos because I just don't want my channel to be about that. I don't want my channel to be about anything related to the world situation right now because I just prefer to have this space be about other things. So overall, I would say the situation seems to be improving and I'm optimistic, and I'm hoping tourism comes back soon because I really miss showing people around Liguria and doing my tours here. But yeah, overall, how do I feel about it? I feel sad that it's been almost, well, over a year now, but I'm also hopeful that things are looking up. Next question. Did you learn Italian or absorb it? Like, do you translate it in your head or do you just know it? I'm guessing they're asking like if I learned through just living in Italy or if I actually studied the language. And I studied the language in Italy, so kind of both. I majored in Italian language. I studied at a university in Florence, Italy, and I got my bachelor's degree there. So all my classes were in Italian and my degree is in Italian language, but I was also very absorbed in the language while I was studying it because I'd walk outside of class and be in Italy. So I was able to practice my Italian every day in Italy, and that was a huge benefit for me to learn the language faster. I definitely learned a lot outside of the classroom, but being in the classroom, I got more of the grammatical stuff and the just language rules in general, and then I could apply those to conversation around Italy. So being in Italy definitely helped me. And now I don't really translate in my head. If I want to start speaking Italian right now, I will. And if you want, I'll do it for you real quick. Let me think what I want to say though. I'll just talk about what I did today. Allora, stamattina mi sono alzata alle 9 e ho fatto colazione a casa e poi sono andata a fare la spesa perché non avevo niente di mangiare a casa. E poi dopo, wow, of course my battery just died. Ok, stavo dicendo, sì, poi sono tornata a casa, ho pranzato e poi ho pulito la casa un po' perché ho girato un video oggi del mio appartamento alla Spezia. E poi ho parlato con mio fratello in America, lui abita a Chicago. Io ho 3 fratelli e una sorella, quindi siamo in 5 e ogni giorno parlo almeno con uno di loro. Quindi oggi ho parlato con mio fratello Christian e poi ho girato questo video che sto girando adesso. Ok, so that's me speaking Italian. Ok, next question. Which of the Cinque Terre do you prefer? I have to say Monterosso. I lived there for how long? From June 2014 until October 2020. And for 3 of those years, I was commuting to Florence for school. Yeah, I have to say Monterosso, my heart is there. I love the beaches there. I love all the restaurants there. I love the views there. The water, it feels like, it'll always feel like, you know, a home to me in a way. It wasn't really sad leaving. When I left, it was like, I was ready. I just needed to be away from the small town, and I love living in a bigger city now. And I love that I can go to Monterosso still. It's like 20 minutes from me by train. So knowing it's that accessible, like if I wanted to, I could go get on a train right now and visit it. But I haven't been back since I left in October. So I'm planning to go back soon though. Whenever it gets warm enough for a beach day, that's the first place I'm going to swim. I absolutely love Monterosso and it will always have a special place in my heart, and I plan to be going back there for the rest of my life. I don't think I'll ever stop visiting Monterosso because it is a really special place. Now these are some questions about me, not so much about Italy or life in Italy, but just more about me. So if you guys are interested in me, that's this is for you guys. How old are you? I'm 26. Turned 26 in November. And then the next question kind of goes along with this. What is your sign? Since I was born in November, I was born on November 24th, 1994. My sign is Sagittarius. But I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. I actually met with an astrologist once and she told me that I should consider myself more Scorpio than Sagittarius because I have so much Scorpio in my chart. So I guess I'm like a Sag Scorpio. But I'll like put my chart here so you guys can see all my planets and stuff like that. I am into astrology. I think it's really cool and fun. So I have a Sagittarius sun, a Cancer rising, and a Leo moon. But all the planets are important for different reasons. So yeah, I'll put my chart here so you guys can see my full birth chart, and then you can judge me based on that. Okay, next. Are you a good cook? Yes, I am. I actually minored in cooking in Florence. So I took tons of cooking classes and had really fun teachers who taught me so much about cooking and Italian cuisine, and I love cooking, and I love cooking all cuisines, not just Italian, and I would say I'm a pretty good cook. How many tattoos do you have? Well, I have 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4 tattoos. And I do plan to get more. I like small tattoos and I like black ink tattoos. So I think all my tattoos in the future will be small black ink tattoos. But I'll show you guys what I have. So I have this one. I'll put pictures of all of them too so you can see up close. But this one says expand. This one is a butterfly. And the expand and the butterfly I go into detail about on my Instagram if you guys want to know the symbolism and kind of why I chose them. I got these in January of 2021, so they're very new, and you can find that on my Instagram, like a full description. And then I have my anchor, which I talked about in my love story video, but I got that when I was 18. That was my first tattoo, and I did get it for my ex partially. I got it because I'm anchored in Italy, but I also got it when I first fell in love with my ex, so yeah, he was kind of part of the inspiration for this, but I still love it. I'm still really happy I got it, and it's still, yeah, very like cute, and I love the sea. I love anchors, and I'm happy I have it. So the next one is this one, which I got last year. It says creare, and I also go into detail about this one on my Instagram, but basically creare means create in Italian, and I believe that we all are here to create our own lives and kind of build our own stories, and the whole essence of life is creation, and I just really wanted to have this word on my body. And it's written in my best friend's handwriting. Emma wrote this one, and actually my expand tattoo was written by my other friend Brittany, so I love having tattoos that other people draw for me or write for me. My brother actually did this butterfly, my brother Anthony, and then the anchor I actually drew myself. So all of my tattoos are kind of special in that way too. So yeah, 4 tattoos and more to come for sure. Early bird or night owl? Early bird. Yeah, I mean, I'll have nights where I stay up later, but I usually am in bed by around midnight, and then I wake up around like 7:38, and I wake up early with the sun because I have this massive window in my room, and the sun comes like right in my face in the morning, so I just wake up naturally with the sun, and I like to be up early and get productive and have my breakfast and yeah, just start my day. So yeah, I'm definitely an early bird. Next question. Where do you live now? Well, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but I live in La Spezia, Italy, and I love it, and I have a feeling I'm gonna be here for a while because I just am really enjoying living in this city. Favorite season? Summer. Summer all the way. I love having tan skin and being in the warm weather and being on the beach and going swimming and having drinks out with friends and just like living outside and hiking and breathing fresh air. And yeah, summer all the way. Your favorite physical feature on yourself? I would say my eyebrows. I used to hate them because I'd get made fun of for having thick eyebrows when I was a kid, but now I'm really happy with them. I never have to fill them in or anything. They're just full on their own, and they definitely like are a big statement for me. Like without my eyebrows, I would look so weird. I mean, I would look weird. Anyone would look weird without eyebrows, but you know what I mean. My eyebrows definitely add a lot to my face, and I'm also just happy I'm tall. I used to want to be shorter because I was taller than all the guys, but now I just love being tall, so. Yeah, I'm 5'10" by the way, 178 centimeters. What's your favorite song right now? My favorite song right now is actually one from TikTok. It was a big trending song on TikTok, but it just puts me in such a good mood. It's called Eco Eco featuring Small Jam. It's by Justin Wellington. And I would play it, but there's copyright stuff, so I'm not gonna play it, but go search it. Eco Eco, I-K-O, I-K-O. I cannot not be happy after listening to that song. It just has such good energy and yeah, definitely my favorite right now. Are you religious? I've never really talked about religion on my channel, and nor do I ever want my channel to be about that, but I was raised Catholic, went to Catholic school my whole life until high school, and then I decided to go to public school. My other siblings all went to Catholic high school. I went to public high school because my high school had a really cool music program and I wanted to do music, so that's why I chose public school. And I had to go to church every Sunday growing up and all that. It was, yeah, it was a very religiously charged upbringing, I guess. And then I went to college, and then I decided I don't really resonate with Catholicism, so I am no longer Catholic. I'm just spiritual. I believe in energy, and I believe that there's something bigger, but I just don't really personally vibe with religion. Yeah, part of me doesn't like to talk about that because I feel like people are quick to judge if you're not religious or if you are religious. But for me, this is like who I am. This is me being authentic. I'm very into meditation and journaling and energy healing and crystals and astrology and all of that stuff. So I would not say I'm religious. I am spiritual. All right, on that note, that was the last question. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and hit the notification bell so you get reminded every time I upload. And follow me on Instagram. I'm there every day posting about my life here in Italy. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao for now.